My father was conceived in 1969 during an accident between my grandmother and my grandfather. He rode onto this earth 7 months later, as premature as a flat tire with only enough air to keep it standing, but not enough oxygen for the road to. Always the weak kid, my father finally learned to fill in the gaps in his personality with toxic masculinity. He became as pompous as a Volkswagen tire. He loved the way he rolled on the ground, but didn't realize he didn't have any grip 3. It was all a facade. My father was just another balloon who trembled at the sight of needles. Perhaps this is why he always hated the gravel 4. My father nursed his beer longer than he ever held his children. This one time, my mom asked him to hold my baby sister while she took a shower. He cursed the whole 5 minutes but nursed his beer the whole day. It never left his sight. Rather, that shifted from his palms to being wedged between his thighs, and even when he slept, splayed all over the couch, it never fell from his hands. See, I always imagined that my father had more fingerprints on the supermarket refrigerator than he did in his own home, that if you were to search it like a crime scene, you would see his palm prints on all the bottles that he dug through, looking for the coldest one, as if that is where his identity belonged. 6. Maybe that is where his identity belonged. 7. My father is an accident. 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 And if something is an accident, how can it ever give birth to something intentional? 8. The only intentional thing my father ever did was punch a hole through my mother's heart 9. When Daddy died, Mama didn't cry. Instead, she demanded that whiskey be placed in the grave beside him. So maybe in the blur, he would imagine hell as heaven and the flames warm rather than hot. I think part of her still felt sorry for his sins. Part of me is trying to forgive the man who drank his family away. I hear they say that you should never drink and drive. But if the men who are at the heads of our families are always drunk by the wheel, do you blame us for being accidents? 10. I was at a party once. My friend made me hold his beer while he went to the bathroom. My hands couldn't stop shaking. I could see my father in the glass. I dropped it on the foot of some girl. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I cried. It was an accident. I realized that even now, my father is still driving.